Hey there, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking out my channel. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about the Mandela Effect, and this will be, I think, very interesting and startling for a lot of people. Obviously, you're taking in the fact that I'm showing you a picture of our galaxy, and I think by this end of this video you're going to really have your mind blown, and this is startling new revelations that I've just came up with. So please hang on to your hats, tighten up that belt, and let's get started. So a lot of us that see Mandela effects and are aware of the Mandela effects in the Mandela effect community have come to always talk about where the Sagittarius arm was, and that's where we remember that we were. And Carl Sagan said it, and things changed, and now it did not say that. So now you can see where it shows in the right here the solar systems in the Orion Cygnus place. As I made videos before, it was in the Sagittarius arm and slowly turned to Orion arm. Now it's Orion Cygnus. Needless that it may, this is the interesting part that as we go through this, I think you're going to be startled with the information I'm going to convey to you now. So I'm just going to skip forward, and again, get ready. This is very interesting, and this is my own kind of discovery that I'm putting forward. So, now there is the information here is that we were there. Now, I contend, and a lot of us remember that we were, for instance, I remember that we were in the outer edge, and we were in the basically Sagittarius arm, right? You with me? So we were in the Sagittarius arm, which is now different. It says, and then we're in, so I'm gonna go over here, and this will all make sense in a minute, and I think you're gonna be pretty much startled with this information. So in August 1977, astronomers detected an unusual radio signal coming from deep space that's been the subject of debate ever since, known as the WOW signal. It was heard only once and never again. It still hasn't been adequately explained. Enter amateur astronomer Alberto Caballero. He's the founder of Exoplanets channel on YouTube and coordinator of the Habitable Exoplanet Hunting Project, which earlier this year announced G3470c, the first exoplanet candidate fully discovered by amateur astronomers. And let's skip forward. On October 8th, 2020, the non-peer-reviewed open access repository of electronic preprints, ARXIV, published a scientific paper by Caballero, hopefully I'm not mangling his name rather. In it, he has narrowed down the source of the WOW signal. He has even identified the specific star of its origin. It is a sun-like star labeled 2 Mass 1928-1982-2640123. That's 1,800 light years away in direction of our Milky Way galaxy. In the center, it says, of the Milky Way galaxy. Let's get into that. So they're saying it's in the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So later, he says it's in a G-type star, yellow dwarf, maybe a yellow dwarf, but it's basically, he's saying it's very similar to our sun. It's been, maybe there's life there, but let's, now, if you're a follower of my channel, this is the picture of a star like ours, and says that this is the potential source for the WOW signal. Another article. This is in the public domain. I'm not scared. I'm not taking any information that's not in the public domain, folks. So here we go. So the wow signal, this is what it looked like when it came through. That's what they're saying in their radio astronomy. This is an actual, what they have is a type of photo of that particular star. I guess they were able to blow it up somehow. And here's where it gets crazy. The wow signal appears to be in the constellation of Sagittarius at a distance of 1,800 light years, an identical twin to our sun with the same temperature, radius, and luminosity. Folks, my gentlemen and gentlewomen, I contend that this is our original star. That is where we were before. This is a picture of our original star. That's where we were. Now you're going to say to me, well, the wow signal, Victor, that came through in 1977. How could it be in our past that the wow signal came through from, we were here, we moved to here? How could we get a wow signal in our past in 1977 if we moved? Now, follow me here. This is very, this is how physics works, right? The signal that we moved closer to the black hole in the center of our universe, right? As we moved closer to the center of the universe, we're like a skipping stone. We skipped forward, right? This ends up being the past. That part where we're doing you see the copy? That was the past. Now we're in the present. A signal 1,800 light years away would, if it was sent, would have reached us. It could have reached us in our present point, but in our past present point, in this point, you could say the word timeline. I'm not saying that. But now the signal came from our old Earth, perhaps when we were still there, and caught up with us in 1977, recorded perhaps in our past, but that's where it was from. So we have a signal that's sent from our original Earth, and it reached us in 1977. Okay, so the Sagittarius arm, which now it doesn't say Sagittarius arm, it says Carina Sagittarius, but this was, if you swing this around, I always remembered it being right in about that area, and then a lot of us remember, you know, it being, if I could get this right, in that area. So they're saying that it's a star just like ours. Now, in a past video, I said that we were like a copy. We're a copy of what we were from the past in the present now. Our present, we're closer to the black hole. We were 50 light years away. Now we're 25.7 light years from the center of the galaxy. And then that signal came from what we would say as our past, and it reached us in our history of the past, which now, just in 2020, somebody was able to, and it just got, the information got published that the signal is coming from from a Sagittarius arm. And I said in a previous video, wouldn't it be interesting, I said that if there was a signal found from the Sagittarius arm from our old Earth, and we could find out from the old Earth a signal to from our past to our present location. Wouldn't that be interesting? Well, here's the smoking gun, folks. This is a signal from the past of the Earth. Now, it's 1,800 light years away. I said that it looks to be that we moved. I said I said different spaces, but it looks to be that we went 1,800 light years away from where we were originally to now. So that is what I'm saying is that's the spot that we were before, and that's where the signal came from. Now, if that's the case, I didn't do the math yet, but if it's 1,800 light years away, I'm not sure how far in the past it took for that signal to be sent to reach us. Could there have been on the Kardav scale, could it be that perhaps us in the future, could we have been, our copy of us been lifted and then placed here closer to the center of the universe? We moved basically 1,800 light years away is what I'm saying. I remember it being 50 light years, so it'd be even further. 1,800 light years is a different situation, but it seems to be, to me rather, that signal is from where we were in the Sagittarius arm as far as I could see. Now this is a startling revelation, and that would be something quite interesting. I invite other people to look into this, but that this is we were in the way the galaxy was formed in the past. This picture looked different to me. Now it looks different again. So is the wow signal again, is that from our past, that from you could even think another version of us, another copy that's us, but it's from our past, and that's why we received it in 1977. The strange part is, how did we get that signal sent to us in 1977 if we were still at that point? That makes no sense. The only thing that could make sense is that we shifted a timeline. We shifted here, but we have the residual from the old Earth sending a signal to us. Now, the interesting aspect of that could be that signal was sent after, in this spot, after the Earth destroyed itself, and then maybe new life formed, and that could be a new life form that's there. We don't know what it is, but they could be from our distant past, now sent a signal specifically towards us, finding out that we now exist over here. And I just find this very fascinating, that I said before that there is, if we were in the Sagittarius arm, which I know we were, and now we're in Orion Cygnus, now we have the wow signal was located in the Sagittarius arm. I would say that people should look into this further, and my guess is that wow signal is from us. That wow signal is from our distant past that was sent. Maybe that distant past is now more advanced in their past than we are now in our present, and maybe they sent a signal noticing that we're where we are located. Maybe they're hostile to us. Maybe it's a different type of life form that grew up out of the ashes of the destroyed Earth. But this is a very interesting thing, that the wow signal now is out there, and it's been located in the Sagittarius arm. I'm blown away by this idea, and this seems to be that I was trying to figure it out. I'm saying, how could it have came in 1977? That makes no sense. And I realized that if it's going to be that we moved closer to the black hole center. If we're closer, then we went forward in time, as I contended before. My guess would be we're over 100,000 years into the future. And if we're 100,000 years more into the future, that would mean that that wow signal was sent in our past and it reached us in 1977, but now we're realizing where it came from. And part of the reason could be that we couldn't locate it before because we weren't where we are now. That's the mind-bending thing. Maybe we couldn't locate the wow signal before because we were in flux. Maybe we were here, or maybe we weren't there, or maybe we're in flux. But now we're here. Now we could get the signal over here. Could be something in the quantum realm. I find this area all very fascinating, but that the wow signal came from the Sagittarius arm is really mind-blowing. I can't get over this right now, that the wow signal is coming from perhaps our distant past, which maybe there's a new life form that is there, and it could be hostile to us. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Have a great day. Bye-bye.